So what about stitch length? That is the setting right here where it shows an N and the arrow going up and down the bottom corner here. So depending on how thick your fabric is, if it's a thicker fabric, I make my stitch length longer. If it's a finer fabric, I want it a little closer together. It's adjusted a little bit more for rolled hem as it is brought together to make a more solid look. So for 4 thread, you don't want it too close together. It actually doesn't look very good at all. As you start to change it, you'll notice as I go up or a longer stitch, the number highlights. So I'm no longer on N for normal. And so I know that I have changed things. Now, once you start changing things, if you don't want to be at that setting, the quickest way to get that back to normal is just to go 1 stitch forward, and then quickly, if you go 1 stitch back, you don't get that little pop-up message until you get to the stitch you want. And then look, it's back to normal. So instead of trying to figure out where normal was here and here, that's the easiest way. So for a longer stitch, so this will go, and they're small increments. Notice it's like 2.9, 3.0, 3.1, 3.1, 3.2. So kind of push that all the way up. I kind of work with whole numbers most of the time, so it goes as long as 4. So this would be set for your gathering settings. It's a really long stitch. Maybe I'm going to just kind of do this as I sew here. So I'm going to just take it down to 3. You'll change, and then I do have to stop to actually change it, so then we'll go to 2.0 and sew a little bit. Now on a 4 thread, I'm going to take it all the way down to 1. That's here, and that's as far as it goes. So when you go all the way to 1, it usually does not look like a very good stitch. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back up to a little higher number here. So back to kind of normal. See how long it takes? See, almost easier. Just go to that next stitch and come back. So on a 4 thread, you'll notice that you use up, number 1, a lot of thread. Does not look real pretty along the edge. It's solid, but again, save that for more decorative works when you are doing rolled hem or a wrapped edge. But notice how long those stitches are. So when you are working with like a terry cloth, multiple layers of fleece, you're going to be on the longer settings. Otherwise, you're going to be using up a lot more overlock thread than you really need to. So definitely find yourself that happy medium. Just like your sewing machine, you're going to find that the longer the stitch, the easier it pulls through those heavier fabrics, and the finer stitch is going to be better for the thinner fabrics to make it so it stays nice and well secured.